Hello everybody, this is Flower Power Tutorial's very first tutorial, and I am Kala in Antia, Call of Antia. You can see I am a level 69. This is the server I play on, and I am going to do a tutorial on Misty Ruins since there's been some discussion about it online. I'm going to do a whole run through Misty, and may take a little bit. You can fast forward some of the smaller guards and stuff battles. Again, this is my first tutorial, so may not be the most polished, but hopefully it'll be informative. So I play on Master 2 in Misty. This gives me a good amount of challenge, fair bit. And I'm hoping that they're going to add a Master 3, so eventually when I level up, I'll be able to do that. But right now, I'm stuck on 29-10, so it doesn't matter. So let's go into Misty here. Now, normally, there would have been a little dialogue thing that you can go through. It's the same every time, looking for treasure, that sort of thing. I've already bypassed it. So this is level 1. Misty has 9 levels. And the key thing is, I'm going to go ahead and start exploring while I'm talking here. The key thing, that's a bomb. That's going to hurt some of my people. My heroes, we go down here and you can see just a tiny bit off the top 4 there. So, I like Misty. It gives me a chance to get a lot of honor points, some good experience, that sort of thing. Honor is really useful for some of your higher upgrade items. So I'm just continuing to explore, and we get some of the honor right here, and they seem like small amounts, but these really will add up. Now this gold that I'm collecting, this gold is only good within Misty Ruins itself, and you'll see on levels 3 and 6 there's a shop where that can be used. This right here is a potion. It goes down in your relics. This is where everything you collect and buy later on, when you can buy, is going to be. These will revive one hero 100%. That's really good. There's a better potion that I'll show later. But the key thing with Misty is that it's cumulative. So if somebody dies on level 3, you won't have them available on level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 unless you revive them with something like that potion. So a key thing is you're constantly balancing, trying to keep all of your fighters alive. Now this right here is a blessing. And this one only pertains, if you see up at the very top above the arrow, it's got yellow. That means it only applies to yellow or light characters. But I'd say it's a pretty good one. I do a lot with yellow, so this will be handy. So increased critical chance, always nice. So let's go ahead. This right here is a guard. There will be 2 guards on every level except for level 9. Again, I'm talking about Master 2 level, and it may be easier going on the other levels. But every level except level 9 will have 2 guards. Level 9 will have 3, and we'll see what happens there in a little bit. So this is our first guard. Now everything's super easy at these lower levels. So purple is going to be our big guy right in the middle, dark. So we're going to want some yellow. I may throw in 1 blue. But those side guys are going to die pretty quick anyway. I'm going to go ahead and edit my team. I'm going to take Jane off. Jane is, of course, one of the most handy characters in the game. Really probably should be a 5-star, but she would be way too powerful if you could keep leveling her up. So I think that's why they leave her at 4. I will be using Jane later on, but over here at the end, for the first half dozen or so levels, I'll put in Aaliyah. And again, I know your fighting style could change depending on what characters you have available. I've got some good ones, but I also don't have some that I would like, but I think that's probably the same for everybody. We've all got a wish list. So the next thing, if we go up here, the little skull in the upper right will remind you what you're facing. These are all just one-way battles, which is nice. So I'm going to want to do those yellows. So this here is Nan. Nan is really good to hit everything to begin with, because then when other fighters come in after her, she adds an additional bit of a whomp at the end of theirs if you've used her before the others. I'm going to go ahead and put Zeus on here because he's got a weapon, Plume of Naya. These are Naya weapons, and they're very handy when you go into battle because they generate the gems in that color. So he's going to give me more yellow gems, and we'll see how that works out. I've got Jason here. He's my big heavy hitter, but he takes a long time to charge up. Gwenda, I think, is very underrated. She whacks, and she whacks quickly, and she does a little bit of a side swipe to whatever characters are on the side of who you target. So this is my team. I said I wanted a little bit of blue for these red guys on the side, and so I've got that with Aaliyah. Basically, I won't have an offensive, but if I do match any blues, they'll go ahead and hit them, but they'll be hit with the yellows as well, so I don't think I need any other blue. And again, this is very early on. I've got Drago and Andre up here. Drago is one of my highest dragons, great for shielding, of course. And Andre is the highest that I have so far on a Dragon Master. But I really don't use Dragon Master in Misty. Haven't found I need it, but maybe others will. Now, where you just saw those extra gems be generated, that was the Naya weapon coming into effect. And I was lucky when I came in here because I had a lot of yellows already. If you come in and you've got like no yellows or one yellow on the board, even a Naya weapon isn't going to help you much. And what's nice in Misty is if I hadn't taken a shot yet, I could exit out and go back in and try to get more, but I don't need to here. So let's do the obvious match. Nice big one. You saw those side guys are already out. I'm not even going to even wait to use Nan here. I'm just going to hit this guy with my heavy hitter, that being Jason. And that was a quick battle, which you would expect with the lower levels. So a bit of honor points there, 420. Again, doesn't seem like much, but they add up in here. Now, at the end of each battle, you get to choose a blessing. The ones you see on the right and in the middle, the right one only applies to purple, the middle only applies to green. So I most times will choose something that applies to all, where you see all above that flask. And this one is a good one for early on to have some extra mana restoration. But most times it's better to have something that will apply to everybody. Unless it's something like more lifesteal for purple, which I really like for Zania. But, so undoing that guard or beating that guard, opened up a few more squares that I could look at, and then that uncovered the second guard that I knew was somewhere on this level. Here, the main one is going to be purple with some, let me show that again, is yellow, so I'm going to use purple. There's greens on the side, that means I may take in a red to try to hit them. Will I need to? Probably not. I'm going to leave Aaliyah there, so if I do happen to get any blue matches, I can maybe heal. So, purple, I do Zania. She's a good one. She's really sturdy. She doesn't kill easily. Theodore has my standard of Naya. This is the Naya weapon for purple. Then I've got Idritha. I love Idritha. When I got her, that was a big coup for me. The thing is, she could be a little squishy. She dies a little easier than some, but man, she packs a wallop. Then I've got Elmist. Elmist is a nice sort of secondary purple in that when he does cast his skill, he also adds some purple stones to the board. So here I'm not going to really do any red for those other green guys. I'm just going to aim for the center, and the others will get hit in the process. So here we're coming in, we're looking for purple. And what I'm always hoping is to make a match that will give me a star, which I was able to do there. And again, having that Naya weapon helps. See, I already took out one of the birdies. Now I'm just going to hit that, and this is going to make a big impact. And I'm going to go ahead and do Elmist. And only one shot and they're down. This is early. So again, bit of honor. Now here, I've got blessings, but all of them apply to only one color. So I have to look. The first one on the left is purple, and it increases healing power. I only have one purple healer I don't use very much. Healing power by 10 for all yellow. I don't think I have any. And then lifesteal by 15 for all blue heroes. I don't have any lifesteal, so this is kind of one of those that's kind of a messed up one where none of these are really great for me. I'll go ahead and take the Hand of Cure for purple, just because I believe it's Salome. I honestly don't use her that much, but she is a purple healer, so at least I've got her, and I'll have that blessing. Now, if you want to keep track of the blessings as they add up through the levels, down here in the lower right, you can go in and you can see, and they will start to add up. So here's our first boss. He looks big. He's not going to be that hard for level 1. Green, which means let's go in with some red. We'll fight. And for red, I'm going to go ahead and put Pearl in the front position. She's pretty sturdy. Alden is my Naya weapon holder. We go in and we look. He's got the Book of Naya. And then Thor is a good one because he will hit everybody on the board with his big old hammer. And then Zhao, how do you say her? Zhong Hao. I'm not very good with the Penglai names, but but she also will hit everybody, so she's a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just leave Aaliyah for now. I'm not really having a chance to use her, but again, these early ones go down so quick. Okay, so here's a case of I always want to try to get a star, but there's no way to get a star. I don't like my draw on this, basically. So I'm going to go here to the upper right, do a flee. I hadn't made a shot yet. And it probably doesn't matter too much on level 1, but I'll show you. So then I go back in, fight. Let's see what we get in the way of reds. Fair bit of reds. Now comes the Naya, and it adds some in. And now I can get a star. That was the whole point of going out and coming back in. And just because I like to zap the whole board, we'll go ahead and we'll use Alden. This should take out everything. Very nice. He is extremely handy. So you saw I got about 800. I went a little too fast, but I got about 800 honor there. That's because it was a boss. So let's see. All these blessings apply to all. So critical chance for each buff. That's not too bad. Increase a 2% attack. That's really good. And then a shield mode grants all heroes a shield. I think I may do the shield mode because that's going to help me keep my health up, even though I don't need it quite as much as early on. But anything to try to keep that health up, because again, this is cumulative. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to next level down here. So you really want to keep every one of your fighters as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So now here we are on level 2. I'm just trying to dissolve the fog of war here. That little guy was a gnome, and he zaps you and hurts you a little bit. Sort of like Bomb. You can see my top 4 are down just a little bit on health. If I could get some healing blessings, that would be really good. But there's a Bomb that hurt me a little bit too. It's really random, the blessings you get, as far as I can tell. So I'm uncovering these, I'm collecting gold. And again, this gold can only be spent within Misty. It doesn't matter if you have gold left, you don't get anything for it when this is over. One little beef I've got. But anyway, you can see there's gold. Now here are some arrows. This is another relic item that will be useful towards the end. We'll go and we'll look at it. 25% damage to all enemies in explored guard stages. So that's a good one, but we don't need it early on. So let's go down here. Just pick a guard. We got purple and yellow, so they sort of, this is a hard one because they kind of go against each other, but I'll go ahead and I'll do yellow, and then maybe I've got some of that blue in there. Like I said, I do use yellow a lot. Those side ones are going to go down pretty quick anyway. These are the same fighters we saw before. This is sort of my base team for yellow. So we'll go ahead and confirm. Let's see what we get for starting yellow on the board. And yeah, I know it's light, but I still tend to call them by their colors. So here we go. We matched that, we got a star. You can see even though I'm zapping yellow with yellow, which isn't always the best thing, I still hurt the rock guy. So then I'm going to hit Gwenda right in the middle, and you can see where she hits the others on the side by a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and zap the star. We'll show you Dan just because she's got a really cool swing, but she's way overpowered for that little bit. But it's down 420 on her. Great. Once again, I'm getting no all fighter blessings. They're specific colors. I have no red vampires. So life absorption increases healing received by 10% for all green. That's the middle. Increases life steal by 15 for all. Well, I don't have any green or red vampires. That okay. Well, so I'll go with the middle one. It's the only one that's going to really do anything, even though it's not going to do as much as I would like. So, going to get rid of that one fog. And then we'll go see. Again, we have yellow. I won't worry about those outlying. And we will start. I leave the same Dragon Master because I don't use them that much. I don't really use the Dragon Master at all. And once again, you can see we can't get any stars, so I'm going to just flee. A lot of it is just not just how many gems, but of course how they line up. So we'll just start again. Not too many yellows this time. Let's see how things line up. But even though there weren't that many, I can get a star right there, so yay. And there we are, it's all done. You can see Nan is starting to take a little bit of a hit. I like to get her healed up soon, but we will see. And once again, I've got all blessings for specific colors. So what am I going to? Dance Slaughter increases damage to weaker elements for red. That's good because Pearl is one of my heavy hitters and she's red. Increases healing received for yellow. Well, that's nice, but that's only one color. Increases critical chance for all blue heroes. I'm going to go with red just because it'll help Pearl. And we'll just see if there's anything hiding in the fog. No. Let's see what our boss is. Okay, again, we got purple, so we're going to use yellow. We got blue. And we will go in. Not that many yellows, but let's see when we add in the Nayas. Still not going to get me anything. So I'm going to do the flee. It's being a little slow. Few yellows sort of all over the place. But I can do that. And that was a real nice. I'm going to go ahead and use Gwenda on the one that's got the most hit points left. And then I'll hit the star, and that'll take care of the rest. I really want to get some healing in, but I need to get some decent blessings. Okay, and as I say that, here we go. Wave of Life. 20% hit points for all heroes with 5th turn begins. The other does attack, and Berserk does critical chance. They're nice, but I need anything that will do healing, especially passive healing. The thing with that blessing is it only takes effect after the 5th turn, and I'm doing all of these battles pretty quick, but it will help before long. So we're going to go to the next level. The board is obviously cleared. We're up to level 3. Found one guard. Keep looking. And I like to do as much of the board as possible, even though I get hurt with the goblin and the bomb because I like to find any blessings that may be on the board before I go into a battle if possible. So I try to get as much of the board unfogged like this right here. Increases defense by 10% for 5 turns when a hero's healed. I haven't managed to get to a point to heal, but I've got it. And collecting gold, collecting honor. This little wizard guy down here above the boss, he will revive one of your characters if they die completely. Normally, if one of your fighters is dead, you can't use it, but the little wizard guy can do a revive, much like that potion I showed. But let's go into the guard. Again, we got purple for the big one. So we'll just stick with the yellows. Yeah, that's not very, but see, that was one where it didn't look very good, but I'm going to switch those so that I can activate that. And I'll do Gwenda on the middle one, and whack, she gets everybody. She's very nice. Plus her little whip is quite quick. So 420, let's see what we get. Increases healing received for purple, healing power for yellow, or this one's for all. And Curse of Recklessness, 33% chance to decrease a random enemy's attack by 20% for 3 turns. Okay, well, the fact it affects everybody, I'm doing that one. It's sort of a, if this happens, then this happens, and it does a little bit, but it's better than just having something that would maybe affect 1 or 2 characters. Some gold, some honor. We're going to go up to our other guard. Aha, here we get some different colors. And those reds are right up front. I think I'm going to go ahead and do blue on this, and I may throw 1 green. So, edit team. We're going to do this. And this may be a chance where I can get Aaliyah because I'm using other blues and I'll be charging up blue. Maybe I can get some healing in. So the characters I'm choosing right now, for the first square right here, that is Tigroth. He is one of my hard hitters. And the nice thing is he's got this big sort of swipe that goes around in a circle, and he will hit everything around. So that's a AoE type of hit. Deedlight here is my mono weapon holder. Infinite Core of Naya. This one is nice because if you have multiple waves, it'll go into effect on each wave. I don't really have that in here, but so like if you get some extra blue stones with every wave, so that's a nice one, the Infinite. So, and again, he's another one that's going to hit everybody. In the middle, I like to put Survivor because he does just that. He survives. He's really difficult to take down. Again, we're really early on. Now, I just went back to all the characters here. And what I'm looking for is I want to have a secondary color. But I also know that I'm going to most likely be able, hopefully, to do a heal. So I'm looking for who really needs a heal, and my top 4 there are not looking great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Nan in here, even though she's not called for the simple fact I'd like to get that little bit of healing done for her, and we'll see if that's possible. So let's see what we've got coming in here. This looks pretty good. Now right here, I'm going to do a match where I'm going to use the star, but then it's going to make another star because of the way I match the star. Very good. This is what I was hoping for. Now I can actually use Aaliyah. And now you can see we got Nan fixed up. And Aaliyah also has the nice effect that she puts a few more blue stones out. So we'll go ahead and do Tigroth. Didn't quite do the last guy. Then we'll just hit with Survivor, and they're down, and everybody's also healed. So that was a very good battle. And that's kind of what you have to do. 420 again here on the honor. that's what you have to kind of always be watching for in Misty, is to try to keep everybody as healed up as possible. Okay, so life absorption. This is where I would maybe pick that one, but it depends on what else I have. Just because purple life absorption will help with Zania, and I use her a lot. Valor Outbreak on green, critical chance, and I'll be honest, green is my weakest, so that one I wouldn't pick at all. But steel armor increases defense by 20 for everybody, so yeah, that's really the best. And we're going to get rid of the rest of the fog. Found some gold. I don't really need the wizard because nobody's died. I don't need anybody resurrected. We'll go into the boss here. Tharisian will give me a little bit more of a challenge. He's blue. I got the purple over there. I'm going to go ahead and leave Nan in there as a yellow to go with those blues. And we'll start here. I only got a couple blue stones. This isn't... Yeah, I'm going to have to go out. Especially for a boss, I want to get a decent amount. Okay, they're kind of spread out. Let's see what I got. Aha, here. There, I made my star. I'm not really getting Nan charged up, but that's fine. I'm going to target Tharisian in the middle, and this is going to freeze him. Survivor does a freeze, and it's going to hit the others around as well. And then you could see I had Tigroth charged up with mana, but the little purple guy on the side hit him and he lost some mana, so that kind of sucks. But okay, Dude Light. And we'll hit everybody, and the purples go down. And you can see where I could have used Aaliyah before. She was charged up, so her mana got sucked out. And we'll go ahead and do that. Now he's not quite dead, but we just to kind of top everybody up, if there's even a point or two down on health, I'm going to go ahead and cast her before I go ahead with Tigroth with his big swipe and Deadlight, and still not quite dead. So I've got the dragon. And that should take out the last little bit. 840. So on the bosses, the honor is about doubled what it is on guards. So that's nice. Here I've got decision to make. These are all 4-star blessings. You see where the blessings have had stars. You usually, a lot of times, will want to pick the highest star, especially if you get a 5-star, but not always. Sometimes, depending on your fighting style, something else that maybe seems like a lower star will actually be better. So, cooperative assault is always good. If there are 2 or more heroes of the same. 20% attack for all heroes for 5 turns. Now that'll affect everybody versus just anybody who's the same color, so that middle one is actually a little bit better. And a 50% chance to cleanse a debuff. Well, if that was 100%, I may take it, but I think I'm going to go with combat mode, because that'll affect everybody, not just a specific color, or whoever's got more than one. Now, here's where we're getting ready to go into a cave. There are caves after 3, 6, and 9. 9 doesn't have a store, 3 and 6 do, because 9 is the end. We've got the wizard sitting there. He's not going to really do anything for us because I don't need anybody revived. You can go in here, we'll look at the heroes. You can see some are a little low on health, but anybody who was dead, I'm scrolling down, and they would show down here at the bottom, and they'd be kind of gray. But just because I might as well use him. Revive, highest power. It says Wizard Blessing active. It doesn't do anything, but he's not going to do anything if I leave him either, so why not? And then I go into the cave. This is my reward for getting this far. Some very nice level here. We got our Epic Forge Stone, Epic Essence for upgrading weapons, and then, of course, your Golden Honor. So these amounts are at a good level. If you play at a lower level, there'll be lesser amounts, of course. But now, Cave Shop is the next thing. The first thing I will always buy is a diffuser. I need 2 diffusers. Usually I can only buy 1 here, but I'm going to go ahead and buy both of them. And then I'm going to save the rest of my gold and for the next store. A lot of times I'll buy 1 diffuser here and then go out of here with a lot of gold and take a lot of gold into the next store, because I always want to try to have 2 bomb diffusers, 1 for level 8 and 1 for level 9. We'll go to the next level. That being level 4. And we start dissolving the fog. You can see we're now up to 270, 320. The honor amounts vary a little bit, but they're okay. Bomb hit me. I'm going to want to get some healing if I can. Yeah, I'm going to try to go around this guard and see what else I can find. Picking up gold, hitting bombs, which I don't like. There's my second guard of the stage, and I found a blessing. And it's a very good one. 33% chance to restore 30% lost hit points for the hero with the lowest when each turn begins. This is a good one, and for it to only be 3 stars, this is where I think it's actually worth more. But we'll go ahead. That will be, it's basically, it's a passive heal. And again, it's a 30% chance, but that does add up. So let's go take a look at our first card. We got a load of purple, so we're going to want yellow. I'm going to edit. I'm going to move Nan because I want her in the first spot. For me, I kind of get used to my different teams having their arrangements. So I like to have them in specific spots, or I will hit the wrong one at the wrong time. Just me. So we've got everybody lined up there. We got my usual team. We'll go ahead and start this. Kind of spread out, but let's see what we can do there. Man, it's being laggy. Okay, so now I got a star, zap, star, and boom, we're down. Nan took a little bit of a hit, but... And so we got Horn of Morale increases attack by 10% for all heroes every 5 turns after. That's pretty good. Critical chance, but that's only for blue heroes in the middle. Increases attack by 15% when you get a first buff. I prefer the Horn of Morale. I like powering up that attack for everyone. And we'll clear some more fog. Get some honor, get some gold. That little bit that just came down is wind. You'll get that on occasion. It'll clear some of the fog, but it can, if it uncovers bombs, can set bombs off. So sometimes helpful. Okay, and we go in here, and once again we have purple. So we'll leave our gold. Light versus dark. I go by colors sometimes, but yes. Now, what do we got? That's a pretty good. Got our star. Now, here's where I'm going to make a match that will give me a 4x match. I probably won't need it, but let me go ahead and whip her, and she's down. I like Wanda. 630. For a guard, that's good. Our honor values are going up. So we have firm defense, increases defense by 15 for all. That's really good. Attack by 5 for 3. That's limited. And then we have the life steal again. But again, the only character is going to really be affected is probably Zania. So I'll go with firm defense. See if we got anything. We got little guy hit us, but okay. So we're here to the boss. On this boss, I happen to know that Oscar on the left in the red is the real threat here. The gargoyle dude is easy. So I'm going to want to go with blue. But I may bring in another one that needs some of that passive healing and see if we can get, as well as I may get a chance to use Aaliyah. So, Tigroth, Deedlight, Survivor, and then I'm going to go all and let's see. Nan's pretty healed up, but Theodore's getting down there. So, we'll go ahead and we'll take him in. Not because I'll need him, but because I'm trying to get him healed. That was a good... So we do that. And the fact it's right on Oscar is helpful. I'm going to go ahead and select him, freeze him, and then the Tigroth do the swipe. Now... And they're down before I could heal, but I think Theodore got a little bit of a heal. Well, I tried. Aha, here we have our first 5-star. But let's see what it's competing with. Increase critical damage for each buff. Restore hit points for all heroes by 33%. That's a really good one. Possession of God of War inflicts 8% extra damage for 5 turns. That's going to be a really good one, but later on. And this is where it gets tricky between that Light of Victory and the God of War. I really need the Light of Victory because it doesn't matter how much damage you inflict if your people are all dead, all your fighters. So I'm going to go ahead and take Light of Victory. I want to keep them alive. We're still fairly early on, and hopefully God of War will come up again for me. So level 4 is done. Really, most times, like on the blessings, anything that has to do with healing, it takes a lot to beat it. Here we get more arrows to go on the relics. Those will be used on level 9. That was a torch that, much like the wind, shows you some spaces, and in that case, activated a bomb. Great. Found some honor. Here we go. I said we were going to be using yellow a lot, or light. So, light versus dark. I'll edit the team. And here's the thing. I really want to get another one in for some passive healing. So this is where this 4th slot where I would normally put Gwenda. And I think I'm going to get rid of Jason, put Gwenda in his spot. For the simple fact that Jason is, if you see here, charge speed under Sanctified Wrath is slow. He takes a lot to get powered up versus Gwenda. So if we go in here and we look at her Holy Sanction, her charge speed is average. So I'm going to make her my middle one because I want to leave the 4th slot. Pearl's about halfway, so I'm going to go ahead and stick Pearl in there, hoping to get some passive healing. These are the kind of strategic decisions you have to make as you go throughout Misty. That's quite a bit of yellow. Okay. I think I will do that. That was nice. Now we're going to use Nan to start because she will add to anything that comes after her. See those little cross swords at the end? If I go do Gwenda, well, it didn't matter because Gwenda did it herself, but 630. Here we go. We got 2 3s and a 5. Well, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that 5-star. I don't want anything that's just for blue. Let's see what the Faithful Prayer. 10% more mana. Dragon War is going to be good later on. So, restores 10 mana to the dragon when you cast a skill. So, just charges up the dragon quicker. And see what the fog's got. And then we got a little bit of honor. And some gold. And our next card, purple, dark. And you can see Pearl got healed up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and edit. I'm going to take Pearl out, and the next one that could use some is probably Gardor. Haven't really needed him yet, but he is my Naya weapon holder for green, so... Try to get him some healing. Wow, it's a lot of blue, but here comes the yellow. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? I'll do this one, but there's a cross over here on the right side, but I'm going to go ahead and make a cross here, and then we'll activate a couple things at once. Okay, and didn't really have to target him, he's the only one up there, but... Okay, so Nan first, and then we'll whip. And then those cross swords came in and took a little bit down, and if you saw Gardor got a little bit more healing there right at the end. Which is why we took him in, not really to do anything, but... So, 33% chance to increase defense by 20% for a random hero. That's really random, okay. Increase defense by 10% when a hero's hit points is higher than 80. And that's what I've been really trying to do, is keep their hit points up and keep them healed. 33% chance to increase attack for a random hero. I'm going to go with the Will of Steel. We're getting higher up in levels, and defense is going to be necessary. And I've been trying to keep them above that 80%. So, we'll go to the boss. I collected some gold. That was obvious. Yellow again. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, for this one with these guys who could regen and everything, I think I want to take in all yellow. Those little eyeball guys, if you don't kill them right away, you may have them down a little ways. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Jason back in the middle. But no, you may have them like halfway down on health, but then they can grow basically and regen everything. And it's like you never hit them. It's a pain in the rear. So I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of yellow because this is the boss. That's not many yellow to start. Yeah, I'm not going to like that. Let's exit. Let's look a little bit better. Okay. I'll do this. I took out one of the eyeballs right away. Now I'm going to, this is, see if I can get her, you can see Morella. This is going to be our first boss we really have to care about, or worry about, I should say. So I'm going to get her with a whip. See, I nailed a couple of eyeballs in the process. And then just zap everything here. Now, I could do Nan. I'll do Nan. She won't take him down completely. I think I could probably take a Morella down completely with Jason's big hit, but I'll do Nan because she'll add some to Jason. Right there at the end. Those cross swords. And she's down. Not as difficult as she can be since I've powered up my light characters more. That's a good bit of honor there. 1260. Oh my. Okay, so we've got 2 5 stars. This is something I don't see often. Cooperative burst, 2 or more heroes of the same. But Holy Barrier, all heroes shield whose hit points is equal 20% of their maximum, but it's for 3 turns. And that's only when they cast a skill for the first time. This God's Blessing, this is very interesting. It's an invincible effect. Basically, on any hero who takes deadly damage for the first time, lasts for 2 turns. I'm going to grab that because I'm going to need it in another level or so. Basically, it lets you have another 2 turns of fighting, even if one of your fighters should be killed. They get to keep fighting for another 2 turns. Handy. And you can heal them in that time. So, Go next level. Aha, we have a potion. I'll show what this potion does. Recovers 20% for all heroes. That can be helpful in the later stages. Found our first guard. Gold and a bomb. What do we got in blessings? Restoration. 20% more mana for 5 turns. Not bad. Those bombs do hurt. The little goblin dude. I'll have to check everybody's health here. I'm just collecting honor and gold, honor and gold. Every little bit helps. We got a wizard in there. Some honor. Okay, I'm just gonna go check heroes. You can see some of them are getting knocked down again, especially in those first 4, my high level ones, because of those bombs and goblins and things. So we'll have to work on that. But interesting, we got 3 colors here. So what I usually do here is yellow and blue, because blue will hit the red, of course, but blue doesn't do too bad against itself. Plus that little guy on the right's little. So I've got some blue with Aaliyah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the move Gwenda over, faster charge, and then add a blue additional. And my highest blue is going to be Tigroth. But then I'm thinking about it, and those guys on the side really die pretty quickly. So do I really want to do that, or do I want to do something like take in Theodore? Yeah, and get him healed up. I'm going to do that. Again, these strategizing decisions. It's not a whole lot of gold to start things, or yellow. Sorry, not gold. So I'm going to go out. Okay. Check again. Fair bit. Depends on how things line up here. I can do that. You see that guy's already knocked down a fair bit. And then I'll just zap everything. And they're aiming for Theodore. How very nice. Not. Targeting the middle guy. Get him with Nan. And the other guys went down. So I really didn't need to have a secondary blue that targeted the others. Now we're going to get to see Zeus and all his power. He zaps, and he would zap other characters as well. There's the cross swords for Nan's a little extra. But he also puts up these lightning bolt gems. But I'm going to go ahead and get us some shield. Launch Dragon. Okay. Now we got some shield up. That'll help. We got these 4 gold over here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the purple just to get it out of the way. And it does charge Theodore. He won't do a whole lot, but those 4 were already lined up. I didn't have to match them, so I could do Theodore, but I bet she'll be able to. Not quite. Let's see what Theodore does. He's just really a bonus. He's coming for the healing, and you can see he's healed up. And with Nan's little add-on, he did it. So, that was good. We got him healed up. Okay, these are all 3 strikers. Blessing of the Oak is really one of my favorites, but we'll look over the others. 33% chance to increase attack. But this is one I really like because it gives everybody another 40 hit points. And that's as soon as the battle begins. None of this, 30% maybe it will or not thing. And the far one, is nice, but again, it's only purple. So, Blessing of the Oak it is. Okay, let's uncover this fog. Go take a look at this guard, and We got dark again. So I'm going to keep up my yellows, but who else needs some healing now? We've got Theodore up there. I'm going to go with Pearl. Also because red, if she does get charged up and I shoot with Pearl, red does well against purple. So just another rule when I'm deciding who I want to get healed up. That's a good bit of yellow. I can work with that. And everything is coming alive. Okay, I'm gonna pick one of the ones that didn't get hit very much and target and let Nan go to work. Okay, I'll just stay on that one and I will go with the whip. But the far one you saw was too far away for the whip, the one on the right side, but those cross swords from Nan came in and killed it anyway. So, very handy. So 630 honor. Valor outbreak again, that's for the green, that's my weak. Increases damage to weaker element. That's a pretty good one. Increases attack by 10%. I'm gonna go with this one. It's an either or between stronger or ready to go. I'll uncover, and we found some gold. Might as well go take a quick look. You can see the blessings are really adding up. And they work from 5-star down to 3. So, we don't need that wizard yet because nobody's, like, dead. But let's just see where we're at. Honestly, Gardor's the only one who's got a significant amount that needs to be healed. But we'll see about him later. And we've got Dark. So I could bring Gardor in for healing, but because this is a boss, I'm going to go ahead, leaving Aaliyah for any potential extra. I'm going to put Jason back in the middle, put in Gwenda, take in lots of yellow. Bite. That's not good, only 3 stones. I'm going to go out, even though I could make that one match. It just wasn't enough to make me happy on a boss. Okay. There's some more yellow. Now let's see how it all lines up. Ha, this is much better. Look at that, how very nice. Nan, go to work. We even got our slow charging Jason joining. Watch the whack. And now with this one, we should have a dragon power up. Again, that dragon's roar, that blessing really helps get the dragon charged up. There's a reason why it's a 5-star. And now everybody's shielded. And we'll go with a star. And you had Zeus's lightning bolt gems in there too, which really add to the hit. And the giant eyeball thing is almost dead. We'll just whip. And sinking and down. 1280. Good amount. Aha. 5-star. Increases 33% attack and defense for all enemies when the battle begins. That's going to be pretty hard to beat. I mean, the other, we can increase attack or cleanse a debuff, but I'm going to go with Death's Curse. I mean, it's just the best. I mean, it's 5-star. And the game is running a little slow tonight. Maybe there's just a lot of people playing. Okay, so here we're going to go into our next store. Once again, I'm going to just get the wizard because I can, even though it's not going to really do anything. I wish when you did that, that if the wizard didn't have anybody to revive, they would like heal up your lowest, most hurt person instead. Would be a nice change. Okay, so again, this is very nice. We got 10,000 honor. Yeah. Master 2 does give you some good stuff. It hasn't looked very challenging yet, but it's about to get there. Okay. We already got 2 bomb diffusers. I'm going to want this purple potion. This is why. If things get really bad, this is going to pick up everybody and at least give them 50% hit points. The red potions will go ahead and improve that. Do I want another bomb diffuser is the question. Then I could get rid of the bombs on level 7 as well. I don't get a chance to get this many bomb diffusers often. I think I'm going to do it. And then I'll be good for 7, 8, and 9. And then I still can get both these red. Or I can... But I've already got some arrows. Decisions. I'm going to go with the arrows. I use them more. The potions are nice because, like, where the purple potion only brings you up to 50%, everybody, this would then bring everybody up from 50 to 70. But I wanted the arrows. So we'll go next level. And this is where I don't normally have a bomb diffuser for this level, but since I do, 3 bomb diffusers, go ahead and we'll use this. Yay. Also uncover some squares. See what our blessing is. 33% chance to increase attack by 20% for random hero. It's okay. Honor. Just uncovering. Knowing that those bombs are out of the way is nice. There goes the wind. It's going to help me, especially with the lag tonight. And some honor. Found one guard. There's another one around here. There. Ah, more arrows. I am getting stocked up on arrows. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we are going to need blue and maybe some red. So the thing is here with it being red and green is a lot of times the color that I have for the middle opponent being blue would go ahead and hit the side ones as well. But in this case, blue against green isn't very good. So I probably do want to take in at least one red. So let me start with... do Tigroth, Deedlight, Survivor. Those are my top 3 that I use. Fiona's pretty good there in the first spot. I just haven't used her as much, and I find that she's useful maybe later on when I need more blue. Let's go see what we got in red. Ha! Alden needs healing, and we need red. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop him in there. Now, Alden carries... a Naya weapon, but so does Deedlight, and Deedlight is the first from the left. He comes, if you're reading left to right, he comes before Alden, so it's his weapon that gets used, because only one Naya weapon can be in effect. So even though I got 2 in here, only the blue one by Deedlight is doing anything. So we'll go ahead and we'll launch, create the star. Very nice. What we've got over there is our healer. Aaliyah is ready to go when we need her. I'm going to go ahead and target the boss in the middle. Hit with a 3 main. And it's not that blue doesn't do anything to the greens on the side. It's just obviously weak. So, and Deedlight also gives us this nice additional shield. I'm going to go ahead and use Aaliyah because I want to use that star, and she'll drop some more blues onto the board for that to activate. And I'll go ahead, bring the dragon in here. That'll give us even more shield. Shield being the little white dots at the bottom. as you're probably aware. Okay, so let's hit the star. It's a whole lot of blue. And we got our healer again. You can see these battles are starting to take longer. But even though I haven't had a chance to use Alden yet, the last green one is about to be dead. So, but he'll be a lot more healed up, so that's a good reason to have him here. So now, I'm going to go ahead and use Aaliyah just to get more blue. And it'll charge dragon, even more shield. It's all about making yourself last. And if it's shield being hit, then your hit points aren't getting hit. Okay. I'll go ahead and just use that. Now Alden is charged up. We don't really have many blues, and there's not anything to do with them. So I'll go ahead and use him. It's red against red. It won't be bad. And he does have this very nice effect. Watch everything sort of cascade. And then we got Deedlight from that, because we got some blues in the mix. And we're down. And Alden's completely healed up as well, so that's very handy. Aha! I have a 5-star, and it's a healing. Well, that'll make the decision pretty easy. 100% hit points for the hero with the least by proportion after victory. Nothing can really beat that. Cooperative burst, 2 or more heroes. Concentration, that's only a 3-star. So we're going to go Healing Light. Very, very nice. I like that before we come to the boss here. Okay. But one more guard in this level. We got the red guys. They got some good guns on them, but we want to aim the purple. So we can maybe throw blue in, but for now, let me just see purple. Purple will hit. And I have cats playing in the background. If any of that noise comes through, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Dritha in. I'm not going to worry about any of the blue. I'll go ahead and I'll put Elmist in because he will generate purple as well. That's not very good, but that looks better. I'll go with it. It's not a boss. But it would be nice if I got more purple in the next. There, at least we got everybody. So we're going to target. Now the thing with Idritha is you want to use all your other purples first, because you see that little light that went over to her? You'll see it again there from Theodore to her. Every purple that you use helps make her a little bit stronger. So now I'm going to go ahead and fire. And he's a strong one. But it also charged up dragon. So this is kind of like, how do I make something out of this? And this lag is really driving me kind of crazy. If I wasn't doing this video, I'd probably, find a stopping point, exit, and reload, but I'll make it work. And I would like some blue as a secondary, but it's not happening. Okay, there we go. We got the... I did not mean to do that. Well, it happens, especially with lag. What I'm trying to do is match that. Zani is nice because not only does she steal health, but she steals mana. So if you've got an opponent that's getting ready to cast something, and you can hit her, I'm going to go ahead and hit this because it'll get the purple. She'll steal their mana for like 3 turns, and that'll slow down their ability to cast. Like right there. He would have like hit me by now, but no go. I'm going to go ahead and just whack with Idritha and get this over with. The lag is really getting to me. Okay. Wall Halo, 15% defense. For all heroes, when a hero is defeated after battle. I don't like the idea that something just happens when you basically get defeated. So, Hand of Cure, healing power for yellow, no. Bloodthirst, critical chance by 10% for each buff. It's okay. This is getting bad. Before I do the boss on this level, I am going to take a quick pause break, and I'm going to back out, go to this screen, go here, and I'm going to reload. So there'll be a little bit of a break in the video, but hopefully it'll make performance better. Okay, so we're back. I have reloaded. I've also closed all cats out of the room, so hopefully some peace till they start pounding on the closed door. But yeah, so you can see here it shows that you've finished the first 2/3. Go back in, remembers where we're at, level 7 boss. There's one reason why I really wanted to reload, because it's going to be the first real challenge. This is Dreadraven. I don't even worry about the blue guys on the side, we just need to take care of Dreadraven. So, blue for him. I'm going to keep Aaliyah for healing, but I'm going to go ahead and add my 3 main blues. Of course, we need the Naya and there. And then the other one I'm going to add in is maybe a little counterintuitive with blue, but will help, usually, keep everybody alive. That's Isadora, because she will share damage. So, let's give this a go. This is where I expect to have my first actual losses, but we will see how well it goes. Okay. Well, that's a good bit of blue to start with. I'll get everything charged up. Hit Dreadraven. And that's what he does, is he comes back and counterattacks whatever you hit him with anything. So the Survivor already had some shield on, so it was okay. I'm going to do Deedlight next, because Deedlight will go ahead and add some additional shield to everyone, including Tigroth, which will help. So you can see he was just hit as a counterattack, but it only took down shield. And now when I do Tigroth, again, he had that shield, so his hit points aren't really down. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm kind of debating here whether or not to use Aaliyah. I think I'm going to, even though I don't really need heal. But she's going to add blue and charge up the dragon, which is going to give us the shield we need. And you can see the little side blue guys that I really wasn't worried about are already like halfway down. So now I'm going to do this. It'll make a bomb and use star. Again, Deedlight first. More shield. Dreadraven is a pain in the rear. Okay. And when I did that bomb, I did it specifically because it had greens on 2 sides, and that's going to help get Isadora a little charged up. Plus I didn't have much else, so. Okay, so now I don't have much. I do want to try to get Isadora charged up, but there's no real easy way. I'll go ahead and do this and move things up and see what comes through. There's just times when you don't really have much good. So I'll do that, and then I get a little bit of green. That was Dreadraven's big swipe, which hurts. I don't have any blue. I'll do the green. Now I got Isadora. Isadora's going to generate more green, which won't be a huge help, but her damage sharing will be. And we got some shield from there. And match blue. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do D-Light. Put shield up. Kind of thinking of waiting on Aaliyah till we need more healing. I want to clear some of the board, even though it's not anything I need. It'll help. I'm looking for more blues to be generated. Nobody really needs healing at the moment, so might as well do this. I'm just trying to move things up so I can get more blues to generate. I'm also watching to see, and he isn't very charged up yet. I keep hitting him like that, he may get, so. Okay, that was Isadora, just went off. You saw the glow that was around everybody was about to come back. That little glow, especially at the top of the character squares, shows that it's Aaliyah's damage, not Aaliyah, Isadora's damage sharing is on. Do a little bit of damage and get the shields up. I don't really have much, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll hit red and just try to move things up. Again, I don't need to do much healing, so I'm saving Aaliyah. And I'm trying to get more blue. I mean, eventually I may use her to generate blue, but I really want to save her. Plus, if you see in the upper left, those two glowing green, those are from Isadora's last cast, and those will do some healing as well. As your Naya stones. These are all basics, but I'm talking a lot, so. Okay, D-Light, the shield. T-Roth. Okay, here's where I really need to make something out of nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and use Aaliyah. And it didn't do a whole lot some days. But I'll get some more shield. I said that this one was going to be a pain. D-Light recharges really quick, so that's handy. Don't really have any blues now, so we'll go for some green. And it's actually pretty good timing because everybody's shields have gone off, as well as the damage share. So we'll put the damage share back on. And you see these green Naya squares from Isadora helping keep us healed as well. Finally got some blue, even though it's over on the side. Okay, shield. And this is where I don't wait for it and I just cast both. But then we get the shield from D-Light and the shield from the dragon. Everybody's nicely shielded again. Freeze. Swipe. And I don't need Aaliyah, I really want to save her. So we'll do that. Hey, that worked well. See, D-Light charged up again. Well, we've got Red Raven down to his last bar, but he has a trick at the end. So we will get there. Okay, I'm going to generate some blues with Aaliyah. So. But we got that. And we can get shield here. Fegroth. And you see some of these are blues or Nias as well. They're glowing. And so that's doing some healing for us as well. I'm going to do that because it's going to line up blues. We need to put our damage share back on now that we've got Isadora charged. And we'll hit with Deedlight. You can see though Dread Raven's mana bar is almost up, which means he's going to hit, but we've got some good shields up. So I guess I'm going to use these 2 bomb gems up here. There's still some passive healing going on. So, okay. Get some shields on because some have gone off. And this is Dread Raven's last little trick. He should be dead, but right when he's dead, he's got to keep alive. And he puts that shield on, so he's got like no hit points, but he's got that shield, and you can't do any other damage to him in this turn. I'm going to do the dragon simply to put some more shields up. And then I'm going to go ahead and let the turn pass before I then start hitting him with my other skills. He's close, but if I tried to do that on the previous turn when he first turned that shield on, it wouldn't have done anything. So that's the trick with Dread Raven. I just use that to get some blue. You see we're at 34 turns. It's a battle. But I mean, this is Master 2 level, so that's handy. Isadora charged up and her damage share just went off, so that timing worked well. And we charged the dragon. And this guy's still not quite dead. Ugh. I'm going to try to line up some blues. We hit this green, so it activates a blue. Finally. Well, that was fun, huh? 1680, I mean, it's a nice amount, but that was a lot of work. After the battle begins, increases 2% attack when enemy is defeated. So you gotta kill somebody before that comes up. Defense mode, 20% defense for all heroes for 5 turns when the battle begins. I like that. Increase 15% defense after or when a hero is defeated. Now, I'm going for defense. You don't have to wait for anything, it just happens right at the start of the battle. So we are up to level 8, next to last level. You gotta remember we have a bomb diffuser. Yay. Gotta see what the blessing is. Increases healing received by 20% for blues. Okay, but any little bit, I suppose, but could be better. Now you see we've only got 1 guard exposed. And levels 1 through 8 have 2 guards. Level 9 has 3. So that means that in those 3 slots we can't see there's got to be a guard, but I got to take this one down first. These 2 characters are going to be pretty equal, so we're going to be between yellow and green, but yellow will go against blue as well. So I'm going to do mostly yellow. I'm going to do where I skip Jason, put Gwenda in. For green, I'm going to go ahead and use Morgan. She's a heavy hitting green that can give a good whack. Ah, that was a nice. So I've got all those yellows over on the right. I really don't have to do anything with those. They're going to do their own thing. So I'm going to do these 4 up here at the top. and then let the others roll on their own. So we're going to use Nan. You can see the strength of both these is fairly similar, but the idea that the purple's going down quicker because I'm using yellow. And then Zeus will hit both and give me the wonderful little lightning bolt gems. I'm going to go ahead and use Dragon. And now when I hit the star, it's going to hit everything, including all the lightning bolt gems. That should be enough. Yep. I didn't even need Morgan. So only one applies to all. Avenging Halo increases 15% attack for all heroes when a hero is defeated after battle begins. That's becoming a little bit more of a good thing because I haven't had anybody die yet, but we're on 8 now and it's going to happen. Damage to weaker elements is so-so, and healing power, I don't really have any red healers. So, Avenging Halo it is. It won't take effect until somebody dies, which of course you want to avoid as much as possible, but it's going to happen. Got some more arrows, and I found the other guard that I knew had to be in there somewhere. I'm just looking to see... I'm actually doing really well on healing, except for everybody except Gardor. So, my green guy there. Okay. This one. This one has Sammy. Sammy is a pain because whenever you hit... Sammy's the purple in the middle. Whenever you hit Sammy, Sammy's going to send the dog back at you and hit you a little bit. So we're going to go for yellow here. For blue, I'm going to let it be a secondary from Aaliyah. Because the side guys aren't going to be really what I worry about. I'm going to go ahead and put Jason back in the middle. And throw. But then I have a possibility. Sammy just gets me. I could go ahead and leave Morgan there. I really need to charge up Gardor. And with... No, I've got red on the side, so Gardor won't do. Even when you've played this a lot, you hem and haw back and forth between some of your decisions. I'll go ahead and leave it at that. And we'll figure out what to do about Gardor later. What have I got? I'm going to do that. And then that rolls on its own. Nan first. And there's where the puppy comes at us. Gwenda manages to hit the sides, and then Nan's little double strike comes at them. Jason has a nice, powerful punch. You can see, even though the puppy's coming at us, he's not doing a whole lot of damage, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and do Dragon just so that we've got shield, even though Sammy's almost done. This is going pretty well. Should... Yeah. Okay, so we got 800 something there in honor. Now I have to decide between these 3 colors. Increases damage to weaker elements for blue. Increases critical chance by 10% for all red. Increases healing power. Well, the last one I don't have any yellow healers, so that's a no. I already did a red increase, so I'm going to do blue. That was a few levels back. It's an either or between the blue and the red. Neither one of them are great, but... And now we have Boss and we have Garabeth. At all. But Garabeth is a pain. So we're going to basically aim for blue. I'm going to leave Nan in as well, just so I've got a secondary color that can do some damage. And her little double sword strike could come in handy. So for our blue, it's our usuals. And then we put Nan there, just so I've got a secondary. I'm debating whether or not to take Aaliyah out and put in Jane, but I think I'm going to wait till 9. I said it was likely that I would start having more problems soon, so yeah, it's to be expected. Don't like that. There's no way to get a star. I'm going to leave. I'm going to need it. Come on, blue. Okay. That's looking a bit better. And this is nice because I can match this and still have another star. Now, Garabeth has this ability, her Shadow Assault, where she goes into the shadows and she can't be like hit very easily, so probably seen her before, but yeah, it's a pain. Right now she's not in the shadows, so it's good to try to hit her with anything. The 2 little front guys are your red shirts. They'll be down soon. And then we will do... get some shield. I'm gonna go ahead and do Aaliyah so I can get more blue. Part of me is debating on whether or not to do that, but I'm gonna do this so I can get a bomb stone by doing the 4 match. And get us some more shield. See, it didn't really hurt her very much. And then she came back and really hurt Delight. Okay, well, I don't have a lot of blue. I'm going to use this bomb stone and also take out 3 yellows around it, which will help with Nan. Everybody's trying to pound Survivor. Well, he's called Survivor for a reason. You can see some of the passive healing hit Delight. He's looking a little bit better. So I will go ahead. I'm going to do something. I'm not going to use Tigroth right away. I'm trying to charge up Nan. There. And got the dragon as well. Get some shields on. So I waited 1 turn on using Tigroth because I saw Nan was close. And now when Tigroth hits, get her bonus as well. Ooh, but they hurt her. Okay, so now I've got a mess of green that doesn't do anything for me, but I might as well get it out of the way. See if I match up anything in the process. There's a blue that matched up. Okay, well, obviously with Nan, where she is, I'm going to want to do some healing. Plus, it gave me some nice blues there. Give me some shields. And Delight is dead. Well, not terribly surprised, but it's a pain. They also seem to get stronger the more turns that come all around. So we will hit with Survivor. Tigroth. Garabeth's down to her last bar. She doesn't have any numbers anymore. Do what we can with blue. I'm going to go ahead and use Aaliyah because I need more blues. Didn't do great, but I guess any little thing will help. Just keep pounding Survivor. He's tough. Now I'm going to use Nan, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kill her. she's tough. And now I can put a shield on. She's not as tough as Survivor, but yeah. Okay, I don't really have any blues, so I'll go ahead and use the yellow star. Bunch of other everything activated. You can see Nan got a little bit of passive healing. Hopefully we'll be able to keep her alive. We'll see. Survivor's frozen chains hit both sides as well. Yay, one down, and Tigroth's Nan are not looking good. Now see, if I tried to exit right now to save those two, what would basically happen is it would act like I'd never done anything and I'd have to redo basically everything I've done. I've tried it, doesn't work. Here's the thing, I'm not going to really use Nan because she doesn't do a lot except for her bonus, and she can't do her bonus if she dies. And if I use her right now, they will definitely aim at her and she will die. So I need to try to get some more blue and get some healing or something. They're still aiming at her. That blessing that I had where you could be basically dead but stay invincible, I think is helping her. But it'll only go for so long. But I can get the dragon on. I'll do this and get a bone. And looks like we managed to keep Aaliyah alive too. Definitely use her. It's got lots of people not looking good. Okay, I'll go ahead and use Nan now. I regret it. Yep, regret it. Oh well. Do this, get a star. And now we just have Survivor and Aaliyah. I knew this battle wasn't going to be fun. Get some shield. Go ahead and use her, because just give me some blue. Now, yay, Garabeth is down. This is Keith over here. I could have taken in some purple to go against him, but I've almost got him down just in my focus on Garabeth, so I'm going to do this to hit that blue. I'm just trying to charge up right now. I got them both charged up. Just trying to get some more blues. Okay, there's some blue. We need some shield. He's getting there. This is where I kind of like, I wish I had a purple in here to like really hit him, but I needed everybody that I brought in, so it's one of those sort of catch-22 things. I'm going to wait on Aaliyah. I'm going to get some of these greens out of the way and see what comes up. Heal her up and... I'll do this and just see what happens. I'll line up a bunch of blues. I'm not going to use her yet. I want to save her if possible. Shield time. And now I don't have much in the way of blues, so I'll go ahead and use her. Some of it's just the luck of what you get with the draw as things start flowing in. Saving Leah, in case he decides to hit hard and his mana is getting charged up. But now I've got a shield. Yay. And done. 1680. Seems like it should be more honor after all that, but we're done. We lost some. So, increase 15 defense for all when a hero is defeated. Decrease damage taken by 10% for each buff, but only lasts for 5. Increase 15% for all heroes when the battle begins. There's no, like, only 5 turns on that. Anything like that. So I'm going to go with Will of the Blade because there's no qualifying factors. Okay, so we will go up to level 9. This is the last level. So the first thing is we grab our last bomb diffuser. And you see here, instead of 2, there were 3 bombs. There will also be, instead of 2, there will be 3 guards. That is a bomb that basically was a dud. And if I hit it again, it will go off anyway. But it's sort of a freebie. You really need to find, there's the 3rd guard. Okay, so here's a blessing. 50% chance to cleanse a debuff. Okay. Now we've got all 3 guards. This is where we start with all of our relics. I've got all silver arrows. There are some gold arrows that will just hit 1 guard and hit it really hard, but I don't have any of those this time around. So 35% to all enemies in all explored guard stages. So it doesn't hit the boss, but it hits the guards. 35. 25. 25. 15. I don't have any levels after this, so I might as well use these. I think there's an absolute minimum you're allowed to get them down to. So this should make the guards a lot easier, especially since if I look at my heroes, you can see we got 3 that are showing rest. These are the ones that got defeated in the last battle. So, Nan I would like to have back, but we'll see. Okay, so here we got greens. And this will be, well, they're blue, but you use green. And here on level 9, I think I'm going to go ahead and use Jane instead of Aaliyah, just to sort of keep everybody alive. With these guards already knocked down, it won't hurt. It won't be as big of a deal, but it will come into play. Okay, so first off here, I haven't done much with green. This is Haito. He's a pretty good one. He hits for a lot, but he's also pretty sturdy. But the one problem is he clears all the greens from the board, so he can use up ones that others need, so you gotta kind of balance that. Gardor, him with his little swoopy eagle. This is not a little falcon, it's a falcon. Get my birds straight. Anyway, he's a really good one. And he also has the Dart of Naya, which is the green generating. Then I've got Chloe, and she does the initial damage, and then summons 5 Swords of Judgment to randomly attack enemies. So she does continual damage sort of after the fact. And then I'm going to do Morgan. Again, she's really my heavy hitter. And I'm going to put Jane on. Jane is well known, but not everybody has had a chance to get her. She's not easy to get. She charges slow, but she can share damage, and she can also has a chance to, when you're hit, to heal up your characters, but it's completely random. Sometimes you're like, Jane, do something, and other times she does great. But there are times you'll be like, she's just sitting there doing nothing. I wish she would heal. But we'll just go see. Again, on the guards here, I expect them to go pretty quick, because I've already got them knocked down. And we got lots of green. Thank you, Gardor. And this is where, because all my greens are charged up, I really don't care if I clear the greens off the board. So I will go ahead and use High Toe. And then we'll just focus here. We'll go on through, and you can see Gardor's healed up now. So this was a good one. I should have done Chloe first, because she would have helped the others. Too busy talking. But Morgan will knock them out, so it doesn't really matter. They're done. Again, all those arrows really help. Horn of Assault increases critical chance of a 10% every 5 turns. That's pretty good. I don't want anything that's going to help my green, because I'm not going to do much with them. Increases attack by 15% when a hero receives a buff for the first time. Again, when there's a qualifier on it like that, I am going to go with critical chance. Okay, let's see what's under here. Got some honor. Okay, we will need purple here. Suppose I could take some blue in, but the purple will do. We got Jane, but she didn't really have a chance to do anything before. So Zania, I like in my first spot. Second spot's usually my one with the Naya weapon. Again, a lot of this is preference. Idritha. And I'll go with Elmis, because he can generate purple. Okay, that's a lot of purple. I'm going to do that and let everything else flow. I think if I just shoot Idritha, she'll get him. If I did the others beforehand, they'd add strength to Idritha, and I should have. That's what I get for being cocky. Going, Idritha will do it all. No, you need to charge her up a little. But I still got him. There. Okay, let's see what we get in blessings. That's really the reason to do the guards on this stage, is try to get some more blessings. You could go straight to the boss finish and get your big bonus at the end. But doing the guards gets you a couple more blessings, and if you get the right ones, it can make a big difference. Okay, 33% chance to grant a shield to a random hero for 3 turns. Increase 15 defense for all heroes, one of heroes defeated. Increases attack for 5% for 3 turns when dealing critical. I know Wall Halo is the 4-star versus the 2 3-stars, but I really don't like these ones where you have to basically have somebody killed before they take effect. I like this one that has a chance to grant a shield. Again, some of the personal preference depends on your fighting style, what fighters you have, but yeah. Okay. I'll go get the last guard. Okay. And these were all red. So we'll go grab blues. We were down Tigroth. So in the first place, I will put Survivor. Oh, and I had lost Deedlight. Let me check something of Fiona. No, it wasn't her. I thought I had a second weapon. Okay, well, here's where I'm going to go ahead and grab... let me go down here and look at Deedlight. I'm looking for the Naya weapon. And this is Infinite Core Naya, but if you see right above the weapon there, the little book with the flame, that means he's an intel. So if I want to give his weapon to somebody else, they got to be intel. And I go here and you can see Fiona is intel. So if I change her weapon, I can look down through here and here is the Infinite Core knife. You see D-Light's little picture. I'm going to temporarily give that weapon to her. I will want to change it back because I'm used to using D-Light. But that means I'll put her in the second spot because the D-Light's down right now. Miriam's hits pretty hard. Suppose I could put in, I don't really need another healer for this. I'll do Hugh. He's a fairly new one. I'm still sort of unsure of how well I like him, but we'll use him. Bunch of blues on the bottom. Okay, I can make something out of this. Okay. A little freeze. We'll see, she hits nice. And she will, if there were others standing to the side, she would have damaged them as well. And then Dragon gets some shields up. I don't have much blue, and I got some yellow, so I suppose I'll just use that for now. And then I get Jane, while I wait to try to get more blue. And you see the little waves going back and forth between Jane and everybody. That means that Jane's aura is on. She is more likely to heal with that on, but she will heal without it. But it also is a damage share. So, okay. Well, there's only one that applies to all. Increases damage from Naya Stones. So, considering I don't have any red healers or red vampires, I'm going to go ahead and just do the War Wrath. Okay, we'll look through the last fog. Now, this wizard here could actually help us because he'll heal up my highest. I'm hoping that he'll heal Nan. I shouldn't say heal, I should say revive. I got Nan, D-Light, and Tigroth. I think it's going to be between Nan and Tigroth who's the higher. But we'll go confirm and use the wizard here to bring one back. And it was Nan. You can see he is alive and kicking up there. Because I will need yellow more in this final than I will blue. So, that time the wizard was helpful. So this is the final battle. Definitely want to use your own Jane against this Jane. And Jane's going to be the one to target, first of all, because she can keep healing and doing damage share and being a pain in the rear. So, we're going to focus on purple. I will do Zonia, Theodore, Idritha, and I'm going to go ahead and throw Nan in here. Sometimes I'll do 4 purple and 1 yellow with Jane on the end. This time I'm doing 3 and 2. It may take me a couple battles, but I have some potions as well if I get really desperate. But I want purples. And I don't like the layout of those, so we are going to try again. This is the absolute last battle. I know it's taken a while to get here. I've talked a lot. I should have gotten some water. My throat is sore, but I hope maybe this has been a little helpful. Let's see what we've got here. Ah, look at all that purple. That is so much prettier. Okay, we'll do these and then let the L match up over there. Now, just by hitting Jane, you can set off her healing, but Theodore usually doesn't. So I'm going to do Theodore, and when she does, it'll heal. But there, I say it, and it does. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use Zonia, even though she's going to probably heal. That's those little things launching back. She's doing some healing because over the next couple turns, Zania will keep her mana down, and that will help me get rid of her. Now, I could use that purple star, but you can see Idritha is almost charged up, so I'm just going to use this one purple and try to get Idritha. Idritha does not set her off usually. You see she went from a ×3 to a ×2. Now we can get some shield. And now she's down to single bar. And I've got purple star. And I've got Idritha, and I'm going to go ahead and use, because I want to just get her down, and then go worry about the others. Jane is down. Okay, that's going to make this a whole lot easier. We'll use Theodore. We don't have to target because he'll hit everybody on the board. And then we will use Zania over here. Keith. I always get him confused with the other guy. Okay, Keith. I don't use him much myself, so... Yellow, purple. We'll do purple there. I'm going to go ahead and do this yellow because it's right below Sammy, and it'll charge up Nan. We'll get my Jane active, and we'll get some shield on. The dragon does hurt them a little bit, but the main thing is the shield. I'm going to target Sammy and flail away with Nan. Now, see, if Jane was still on right now, she'd be trying to heal him the whole time I was doing that pain in the rear. So, getting her gone is priority 1. Okay. I'm just switching back and forth between purple and yellow and who I've got charged up and going against, so. And you can see the damage share is helping right now. There, see, Jane did some healing when Sammy sent the puppy after us. So, I don't have a whole lot to do this. Try to line up some purples. You see, they did just a little bit of passive healing there. Anything is helpful. And do Theodore first so that he gives a little bit more charge to Idritha. The puppy came out as pain. I like dogs. I love dogs. That puppy, not so much. Let's get a shield on. Be nice if Jane would do something. And I suppose I'll do this and match some yellow, because I don't have anything else. Get Zania some hit points there. Just doing this, trying to move some things along and get some more of the colors I want. I'm going to get Jane charged up. Should be more likely to help, but she's been a bit inactive. May be about to lose some characters, but we'll see. Not yet. I suppose yellow. That wasn't what I was... The lag I had before is coming back. It's annoying. Quick, get a shield on. I really didn't need to target, but I will in a minute. So, because Theodore doesn't need to target, but when I aim Idritha, I will. Okay, so now we just have Sammy, and this is the usual what happens. Sammy, for me, is always the last one alive. That's why this time I decided to bring Nan in, so I had some offensive yellow or light, as well as Jane's more really defensive. Knowing that Sammy is tough. Hangs in there. Shield. We are so close. And if you've watched this whole thing, then thank you. I really do hope it has been helpful. And obviously purple against purple doesn't do great, but I mean it's something, and it will drag his mana down. Zania will. So I'm going to hit these 2 bombs because they'll hit a couple purples and a yellow. Sometimes you just got to make what you can. And you can see there's still some passive healing, a little bit happening each turn. Anything to help keep alive. I'm going to match these purples, and I'll get that yellow with the bomb as well. So now I've nicely got all the purples charged up against a purple fighter, but we'll see who survives this. Ah! Jane worked. That was so nice. See how healed all up they are? Let's do Theodore. And Antia. I could launch the dragon, but I'd rather should really do it. We are like there almost. Yay. So, I actually managed to do it without anybody dying, even though it came close. Okay. Doesn't really matter what you select here, and I think that this is kind of silly that they put this here because there's no more battles left. But this has 2 5-stars that are good to look at. Heals all heroes, restoring hit points equal 20% of their max during the 3rd turn. That's Goddess's Blessing. That's good, but the one on the far right is one that I wish I'd gotten sooner, so it could have been active. Death Gaze deals damage to all enemies, 15% of their current hit points after the battle begins. That's really nice. Again, would have been nice sooner. I'll go ahead and just select it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that is it. We go down here and we just look at our relics. You can see I still had a purple potion that would have revived everybody to 50%. This would have given everybody another 20%, so I could have had everybody back to 70. And the green would have revived 1 up to 100. So, I mean, I still had some really useful potions I didn't need. But I get absolutely nothing for them. And I think we should at least be able to sell them. But I've submitted that suggestion and nothing's come of it, so. Okay. And so when you go into the cave, there's no store. There's just a chest and a pile of goodies. And that is it. Misty Ruins is done. And just back out. And thank you.